Good evening, Tallahassee. We saw some rain earlier that pushed its way on through right around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Some strong thunderstorms as well. These strong thunderstorms have since pushed off and weakened just a little bit, but they are building back off to the west through Jackson and Calhoun counties right now. So we cannot rule out the possibility of Tallahassee seeing another round of rain later on this evening, right around 10, 11 o'clock or so. Where they are seeing quite a bit of rain, though, is through Decatur County. Even Grady and Thomasville is seeing quite a bit of rain right now. None of it severe as of yet, but we will certainly keep you updated if any of it does happen to go severe. What the rain has done is lowered our temperatures. 79 degrees right now in Tallahassee, 75 degrees in Bainbridge, where they haven't seen any rain as of yet. Valdosta 93 degrees, Moultrie 93 degrees as well. So if you were lucky enough to be under one of these rain showers, you certainly got cooled off and cooled off quickly. If you weren't lucky enough, it's been another warm one once again for today. Across the southeast, we have the stalled out frontal boundary approaching us, but it's not going to get here. It's the middle of summer. We just don't have enough energy with this system to push it all the way through the Tallahassee area. But what it has done is increased our rain chances for today and for tomorrow as well. And that's indicated here on the radar with all this blow up right over top of Tallahassee, really. And that's going to be the same setup for tomorrow as well, as we still have this stalled out frontal boundary. It's going to lift a little bit off to the north, creating humid conditions. We're only going to see lows in the mid-70s for tomorrow morning, and once again tomorrow is going to be about like it was today. This high pressure basically staying stationary. It means lows in the low to mid-90s. You get a little bit further away from the coast, you start to get a little bit warmer, but what it also does do is increase our rain chances for the next couple of days. But tonight's forecast lows: 75 degrees in Tallahassee, 77 in Madison, 74 in Valdosta, 76 in Tifton, 76 degrees as well as in Albany. But what will happen for tonight, those skies will start to clear up just a little bit. And with that, we have the nice recipe for tomorrow of heating us up nicely into the low to mid-90s across the area. 92 in Moultrie, 96 in Tifton, 91 degrees in Valdosta, 93 in Monticello, 93 in Tallahassee, 91 in Carabel. So it's going to be in the low to mid-90s across the area for tomorrow. And if you see TrueView painting a wet picture for tomorrow, that's because we're in the same setup as we had today. And for today, we had rain. So tomorrow, we're more than likely going to have rain across much of the area. And that's indicated here with our 7-day forecast. Mid-90s as we head off into the beginning of next week. Out there on radar early on this morning, we're seeing a few showers way out into Gulf waters, but most of the activity is along the east coast of Florida, so they're seeing more of the pattern that we have been seeing the past couple of days with early morning showers, and that means for us, more typical summertime pattern with afternoon showers and thunderstorms. But again, like I said before, we're not seeing much in the way of rainfall across our viewing area. So if you're driving to work in Bradenton, Sarasota, Venice, Northport, Port Charlotte, not seeing much in the way of rainfall to hinder your commute to work this morning, so that is certainly good news. But if you're stepping outside, you'll notice how muggy it is out there. 78 degrees, that coupled with the 75-degree dew point makes for humidity way up there at 90% for early on this morning. So you basically want to run from your house to your car to get that AC going once again, and those winds are from the north-northeast at 3 miles an hour. For TrueView today, it's painting a fairly wet picture across portions of inland counties, and then certainly for along the coastline here, picking up on a fair amount of rainfall. But before the rainfall gets here later on this afternoon, going to be seeing temperatures 91 degrees in Inglewood, 91 degrees in Venice. Siesta Key going to be a little bit cooler, closer to the coastline there, so they're going to be 88 degrees. Working your way inland though, 95 degrees in Arcadia, 93 Wauchula. Again, showers will start to form inland and then move back off to the west coast of Florida. One reason why we're seeing a little bit more better chances of rain for today is because there's a little bit more moisture. That's basically what this map is showing you here. And these whites and grays here, basically more moisture in the atmosphere for showers and thunderstorms later on this afternoon to work with. That coupled with the heating and the sea breezes colliding across the inland portions of the state. These storms will be marching back off to the west coast of Florida. That's because that high pressure is moving a little bit further to the north, giving us primarily easterly winds. So that is good good news if you want to see the rain across your lawn later on this afternoon, as it will be raining probably across most of the west coast of Florida. So that means we have fairly good rain chances. But before the rain gets here, we'll be topping out around the 90-degree mark across most of the locations around the viewing area for today. 88 Grove City, 89 degrees in Venice Gardens. Work your way up a little further to the north, we hit the 90-degree mark in Bama. Work your way out to the east here, 90 degrees. Gator Creek, 90 degrees as well in Southgate, 89 degrees in St. Armand's Key. That's because they are influenced a little bit more by the Gulf waters here, which are only about 86, 87 degrees. Work your way back off north towards Bradenton, 90 degrees at State College of Florida, 90 degrees as well in Palmetto. So again, the popular temperature is going to be right around the 90-degree mark, varying a degree or two depending on where you are located. Out in the tropics right now, not a cloud really in the sky across most of the Gulf of Mexico or even the Caribbean Sea for that matter. So that is certainly good news, because us Floridians do not want to see anything in the way of hurricanes or tropical storms knocking on our doorstep, and they aren't as of right now. So that is certainly good news for you boaters out there. Northeast winds at 5 knots, seas 2 feet, smooth on your bay and inland waters. Next low tide, 10:30 p.m. Sunset is at 8:26, and there is no hint of red tide for the next 3 days. We bump up your rain chances to 50% for Thursday and Friday. Highs continue to be right around the 90-degree mark, and that's continued for the next 7 days as well.